Oscar guy here. We are back. We are back. Just a few days ago, we had the Golden Globe nominations for the 2025 Golden Globe Awards, and now we have the Critics' Choice Award nominations that have just been announced today, December 12th. They were announced this morning, but kind of had a busy morning, so I have not been able to see what the nominations have been. It is now 12:30 p.m. I am late to the game, late to the party, but better late than never. We are going to react to the Critics' Choice nominations, and I mean, already with the headline, Conclave and Wicked lead with 11 nods each. I was expecting Wicked to perform very well here, because I think that's something that they would go for. The Astras, which have a similar voting body, went gaga for Wicked, so I was assuming that Wicked was going to perform well here, but Conclave, that's pretty crazy. Maybe one or two supporting actors got in there. Score, I'm sure, is in there. Maybe even costume design and production design. We will see. But yeah, we just know that Conclave and Wicked lead with 11 nods each, and that's all I know. So we are going to dive in and we are going to look at each category, and we are going to cross compare the nominations with my Oscar predictions. For the most part, I have most of everything that I'm taking into account in each category listed on my website, oscarguyhere.com/predictions. Go check it out. Go check it out. We're just going to dive in and we're going to react to each category, and we're going to start from the bottom. I like starting from the bottom. Okay, here we go. As if we're on a phone. Okay? Okay, so we have Best Score. We have Volker Bertelmann for Conclave, Bloomberg for Brutalist, Chris Bauer's Wild Robot, Emilia Perez. It gets both Globe and Critics' Choice. That's crazy. Challengers and Dune Part 2. I think that's the Globe's 5, yes? That is the Globe's 5, right? Conclave, Brutalist, Wild Robot, Emilia Perez, Challengers, Dune Part 2. That's the Globe 5. That is the Globe's 5. Okay, well, still no Saturday Night. I don't like it because, man, that score is so good. But that makes sense. I love Challengers being here. But if it were up to me, I would swap out either Emilia Perez or, Wild Robot for the Saturday Night score. That's just me, but whatever. We got the Globe 5 for score. Moving on, we have Best Song. Beautiful That Way from The Last Showgirl. Compress Repress from Challengers. Al Mal, Mi Camino, Will and Harper Go West. That's a new one. And then Kiss the Sky from Wild Robot. Okay, so that is 5 for 6 with the Globes. Original song, so Forbidden Road got into Globes, and Will and Harper and Will Go West got in place of that at Critics' Choice. That makes sense to me. Still no Moana 2 songs. See ya. Next up, foreign language film, All We Imagine Is Light, Emilia Perez, Flo, I'm Still Here, Kneecap, Secret Seed of the Sacred Fig. Great. I don't think Flo got into Globes. Okay, so Girl with the Needle is not here. Flo took the place of Girl with the Needle, and Kneecap took the place of Vermilio. Okay, so we got some different picks here. I think Evil Does Not Exist. That's hope dicting, isn't it? I mean, Evil Does Not Exist is one of my favorite films of the year. I know that's technically a last year film, but it was released in the US this year. I have been seeing, some score nominations here and there for that, and best foreign language film nominations in critic circles. So I was hoping that it could maybe show up, but I just don't think it's going to happen. But I'll live with it. It's fine. But that makes sense to me. That makes sense to me. If we go to my Oscar predictions, we go to international feature. Universal Language is not here. That didn't get into Globe either. Grand Tour, Armand, and Cloud are not here as well. So it looks like these are solidified, really. All We Imagine Is Light, clearly. Emilia Perez, obviously. Seed of the Sacred Fig, and I'm Still Here. I think those are going to be locks for the Oscar. And then that, 1, 2, 3, 4. That fifth slot, I think, is pretty flexed. They could either go with Kneecap or Flo or Girl with the Needle at the Oscars. I'm not sure, but that makes sense. Flo, by the way, has been doing fantastically with critics' circles, not only in animated, but in foreign language film as well. Even though the movie doesn't have a spoken language, but it's from Latvia. Whatever. No notes. No notes, really. Let's see. Best comedy. A Real Pain, Deadpool and Wolverine, Hitman, My Old Ass, Saturday Night, and Thelma. That makes sense. No notes there, really. No notes there. Animated feature. Flow, Inside Out 2, Memoir of a Snail, Wallace and Gromit, Wild Robot. Moving on. No notes. Visual effects. Gladiator 2. Wicked. Dune Part 2. Better Man. The Substance. Let's go. And Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Sure. That makes sense. No Mufasa, because I don't think anyone's seen that movie. No Furiosa, no Alien Romulus, no Twisters, no Here. Here's gonna blank. And no Godzilla X Kong. So that makes sense to me. That makes sense to me. Hair and makeup. Beetlejuice, Dune Part 2, The Substance, Wicked, Nosferatu, Different Man. These are very regular picks. No real surprises so far. In fact, that is my top 5 for the Oscar right now. It's my top 6 for the Oscar because there's 6 nominees. There you go. No Gladiator 2, no Maria, no The Apprentice. Okay, that looks good to me. Costume design. Conclave. There it is. It's all the same costumes, but they're costumes, aren't they? Nosferatu, Maria shows up. Okay. Wicked, Dune Part 2, Gladiator 2. Okay, great. So got Nosferatu, we got Maria, we got Gladiator 2, Dune Part 2, we got Wicked. That's my top 5. That's my top 6 for the Oscar. I mean, same thing. Still no Furiosa, still no Blitz, no Beetlejuice, no Mila Perez or Brutalist. So, okay, that's top 6 for the Oscar. Moving on, Best Editing, September 5, Best Editing, dude. I'm telling you guys, something's happening for September 5. Not only did it get a drama nomination from the Golden Globes, it's been getting into editing in critic circles, and it's even winning some critic circles prizes for Best Editing. So it showing up here is a pretty good sign that it could sneak into the Oscar race in picture and editing and maybe even screenplay. Who knows what's going to happen to it with it, really. But it shows up here. Anora, wonderful. Challengers, wonderful. Conclave, The Brutalist. Thank you for The Brutalist finally showing up. And then Dune Part 2. What is missing here? I feel like there's some misses here. Amelia Perez is not here. Interesting. I would think that they would go for Amelia Perez. Very interesting. And no Nickel Boys. That makes me sad. I don't think Critics' Choice are going to go for Nickel Boys. Like, in a lot of areas. I just don't think that's their thing, unfortunately. So it's not showing up in editing. That's okay. No Wicked in editing. No The Substance in editing. That's stupid, man. That is real stupid. No Sing Sing. But we do have challengers. We do have The Brutalist, Anora, Dune Part 2, and September 5, man. Dude, September 5 is at the bottom of the list for editing for me. I need to change that. Production design, The Brutalist, Wicked, Conclave, Nosferatu, Gladiator 2, Dune Part 2. Makes perfect sense to me. That is, I think, my top 6. Dude, this is pretty straightforward, right? No Blitz. If Blitz is going to get any nomination, it's going to be in production design. No Amelia Perez, which is kind of surprising, I guess, because that whole movie was shot on sound stages, from what I hear. Very impressive, but there's just been stronger contenders, I think, this year. So that's not here. No Substance either, which is very deserving of production design. But let's move on. Cinematography, Nosferatu. Been doing great with critic circles. Wicked. Love it or hate it. Love or hate the cinematography in that film. It's still getting in. Okay? It's still getting in. They're having Wicked Palooza. The Brutalist, Conclave, Dune Part 2, Nickel Boys. Let's go. What is missing here? No Maria. Maria's just not happening in cinematography, huh? Even if it is Ed Lockman. I mean, the Oscars might still throw him a bone because they do like Ed Lockman, but he's just not been really showing up in cinematography. No Girl with the Needle, though. I think that might be another Oscars pick as well. But Conclave, Nosferatu, no Amelia Perez. Amelia Perez is kind of underperforming in tech categories. No Challengers, which makes me kind of sad. And no Substance either. And no Anora. But in place we have Nosferatu, we have Wicked, we have Brutalist, we have Conclave, we have Dune Part 2, we have Nickel Boys. Okay. Yeah, alright. Sure. Noted. Adapted screenplay, Amelia Perez. Wicked. Wow, both musicals get into screenplay at Critics' Choice. I don't know if Critics' Choice usually go for musical screenplays, but wow, both musicals get into adapted screenplay. That's wild, bro. No, okay, we do have Sing Sing here, thank God. Okay, Amelia Perez, Wicked, Sing Sing, Nickel Boys, Conclave, Dune Part 2. Okay, cool. No Complete Unknown, no Piano Lesson, no Hitman, no Wild Robot, no Queer, no Nosferatu. So they went with both musicals instead of like the Piano Lesson. I just don't think Piano Lesson's gonna really happen. Not only in screenplay, but Daniel Deadweiler is also in trouble. Hopefully, she gets nominated here. Um, that makes sense. That makes sense. Both musicals plus Sing Sing, Nickel Boys Conclave, Dune Part 2. Cool. All right. Original screenplay, Nora. September 5 gets in the screenplay. September 5 gets in. The Brutalist, Real Pain, The Substance, Thank You, and Challengers. The Challengers have been showing up, by the way. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Dude, September 5 in original screenplay, bro. I don't know what that means in the grand scheme of things for its Oscar chances, but it's starting to show up, man. It's really sneaking its way in. No Hard Truths, dude. No His Three Daughters either. Where's His Three Daughters? Where are the three daughters? Where are the daughters? Find them. Can we find them? Can we find the three daughters? There's three daughters. One of them has red hair. One of them is in a Marvel movie, and then the other, what's Carrie Coon's in, man? I don't know. Where are the daughters? And their father. At least we have the substance. At least we have the substance and challengers. They're not really taking chances here. They're just kind of, I don't know. Looks good to me. Looks good to me for the most part, outside of those two snubs. Let's move on. Best director. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 nominees. We have Jacques Audiard. We have Sean Baker. We have Edward Berger. We have Brady Corbett. We have John M. Chu. We have Farjat. Hell yeah. We have Ross. Let's go. And we have Villeneuve. Thank you. So Ross and Villeneuve both missed at Globes, and so did Chu. This is the Globe 6, minus Payal Kapadia. I guess the Critics' Choice aren't cool enough for that. And then they added in Ramel Ross, Denis Villeneuve, and John M. Chu. Sure. Makes sense. Makes sense to me. Still no Rostolov for Seed of the Sacred Fig. No Robert Eggers for Nosferatu. That's a given, I think. Okay. Looks good to me. Looks good to me. Let's move on. Let's move on. Acting ensemble. Honora, thank you. Conclave. Amelia Perez, Saturday Night. Nice. Sing Sing and Wicked. No The Brutalist. I guess there's not enough people in that movie to consider ensemble. It's really just the 3 leads and then some very minor supporting players. So I'll take it. I'll take it. No Dune Part 2. Interesting. No Complete Unknown. I would think they would go for Complete Unknown for ensemble. No September 5. I would think if September 5 would be performing well in editing and screenplay, they would maybe throw it a bone for ensemble. But no, they went with Saturday Night instead. That looks fine to me. Let us move on. Young actor, actress. Elia Brown, Furiosa. Okay. Elliot Heffernan, Blitz. So Blitz did not blank after all. Our boy Elliot Heffernan, who was pretty good in the movie, he gets in. He's going to be Blitz's only nomination all season, which is crazy. Maisie Stella, my old ass, Isaac Wong, Dee, Alicia Weir and Abigail, and Zoe Ziegler and Janet Planet. Hell yeah. I did see Janet Planet a few days ago, and she is very, very good in that movie. Great movie. No Cooper Hoffman from Saturday Night. I think he's too old for this award at this point. Same with the Nickel Boys. I think they're above the age threshold, which I think is 21. No Lily Kalias from Good One. That's another movie that I saw recently that she is great in that movie, but I think that movie might be a little too minor, a little too indie for them, I guess. Good category. Supporting actress, Deadweiler and Alice Taylor. It's crazy that I'm thanking Critics' Choice and not Golden Globes, but thank you, Critics' Choice, for saving them for now. Thank you. Thank you for saving Deadweiler and Alice Taylor. Let's keep this train going. Let's give them some more love. Let's go. Ariana Grande Wicked, of course. Margaret Qualley The Substance. Rossellini in Conclave. And Saldana. Dude, Isabella Rossellini. She's in the movie for 5 minutes. But her presence is felt enough for not only Critics' Choice nominated, but fucking Golden Globe nominated them too. They nominated Isabella Rossellini too. She's getting in. I guess she's happening. So Deadweiler, Ellis Taylor, Grande, Qualley, Rossellini, Saldana. No Selena Gomez. Sorry. I apologize for the Gomez stands, but she is not here. Amelia Perez is like kind of underperforming a little bit, just a little bit. Well, maybe not. It got into director and screenplay, so maybe mostly in text it underperformed. But she's not here. Felicity Jones, where the hell is Felicity Jones? Where the hell is Felicity Jones? Golden Globe saved her, but she's not here, and she's not been nominated for critics circles that much. Critic circles. What's going on, man? I know that she's only in half the movie, but the half that she is in, she is fantastic. And the half she's not in, she's narrating. So her presence is felt. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? What's going on? Crazy. Crazy. One of the best supporting performances of the year that's not getting as much love as it should. Okay, all right. We'll live with it. We'll live with it. Also, no Natasha Lyonne for his 3 daughters. I don't know if that's going to be happening. That might just be a critics thing, a critics circles thing, and then she just falls by the wayside and doesn't get into any major precursor. Kind of like Rachel McAdams from last year. I just don't think that's going to happen. But Qualley is in. Saoirse Ronan, Blitz, just gone. Just absolutely gone. No complete unknown actresses, Elle Fanning or Monica Barbaro. They're not here. Joan Chen from DD is not here. But at least we have Ellis Taylor and Deadweiler back. They're back in the race, at least for now. So that's good. That's good. All right, let's move on. Supporting actor, I guess, would be next, right? Yura Borisov, Kieran Culkin, Clarence Macklin. Thank you for redeeming Macklin. Thank you. Edward Norton, Guy Pearce, Denzel Washington. So this is the Golden Globe 6 minus Jeremy Strong. Jeremy Strong's not here. So Clarence Macklin took the place of Jeremy Strong at Critics' Choice. I'll take it. Macklin's got to start showing up, man. After that Golden Globe snub, he's got to start showing up. That is my top picks outside of Adam Pearson. I know Adam Pearson is kind of a personal pick of mine. I still have a feeling for him, but he hasn't showed up yet. But that's fine. No Brian Tyree Henry in The Fire Inside. Brian Tyree Henry did get a nomination for Causeway from Critics' Choice that year, and he ended up getting nominated for the Oscar. But I don't know if that'll happen this year. I think that might be dead. No Conclave boys. I mean, Conclave got 11 nominations. I guess it just really performed well in text, huh? Enough for it to get 11 nominations? Okay. Yura Borisov, that is just happening. That campaign is just taking off. That is just happening. Actress, Erivo, Gascon, John Baptiste, thank you. Jolie, Madison, Moore. All right. Sure. No Kidman, right? No Kidman. We got Erivo, we got Gascon. No Fernanda Torres. Fernanda Torres, although she did get that Globe nomination, has been kind of underperforming in critics circles, so I'm worried about her, but I feel like she still kind of has a chance. It's not over for her yet, but she's not here. Of course, Ronan in The Outrun, that's just dead. After not getting Globe, I think that her chances are just dead in either category. No Amy Adams at Night Bitch. No Swinton, no Pamela Anderson. Okay, sure. Actor, Brody, Chalamet, Craig, Domingo, Fiennes, and Grant. Hugh Grant and Heretic. Whoa, man. No Jesse Eisenberg for Real Pain. They didn't go for Jesse Eisenberg, man. But they chose Hugh Grant and Heretic, which is a great pick. That's a great pick. No Sebastian Stan for either The Apprentice or A Different Man. That ain't good for Sebastian Stan. Man, come on. And no Glenn Powell for Hitman. Glenn Powell might just be a one and done thing with the Globes, and then that's it. Damn. No Mescal for Gladiator. That's not really happening. But Daniel Craig Queers, he's really happening. He's really happening this awards race. I'm still questionable about his chances for the Oscar. He's right on the cusp, but we'll see what happens. I mean, that's essentially my top 6 minus Jesse Eisenberg. Cool. Moving on. I think we just got picture now. Okay. Complete Unknown, Anora, The Brutalist, Conclave, Dune Part 2, Nickel Boys. Nickel Boys. They did Nickel Boys, and they did Sing Sing. And they did Sing Sing. Complete Unknown, Anora, The Brutalist, Conclave, Dune Part 2, Amelia Perez, Nickel Boys, Sing Sing, The Substance, Wicked. What's missing? A Real Pain. Real Pain's not here. No. No. How many nominations did Real Pain get? Culkin? Screenplay? Comedy. Okay. No picture? Nah, whatever. At least Nickel Boys is here. I would rather see that in picture than Real Pain, personally. And Sing Sing is here. Thank you. A lot of these categories are redemption from the Globes, which is cool. No September 5. September 5 showed up in screenplay and editing, and didn't get a picture nomination. Okay, well we'll leave that there. We'll consider it. Yeah, I mean that's straightforward. I mean, really, no shocks, really whatsoever. Some disappointments here and there, some redemptions here and there as well, but like this is pretty standard. They didn't really do anything wild. They kind of played it safe. Not as many Amelia Perez nominations as I would think, and not as many substance substance showed up where it should. I mean, it should be showing up in more tech categories for sure. But outside of just hair and makeup, but that's fine. But this is pretty straightforward. I mean, for the most part, not really any notes, no huge surprises. I wish Felicity Jones got in, but at least Deadwild and Ellis Taylor are here. So yeah, those are the Critics' Choice nominations. I will sit in that and stew in that and take those into consideration. And those are going to be happening right after the Golden Globes in early mid-January. So the Oscar shortlists, the voting for the Oscar shortlists have commenced, and the Oscar shortlist I think is going to be announced maybe next week or maybe around Christmas. So that will be my next video, my reaction to the Oscar shortlists. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be the next thing on the horizon. In the meantime, like the video, subscribe if you're a regular viewer and listener. Instagram, Oscar Guy Here. Twitter, Oscar Guy Here. Letterboxd, JazzMusic131. OscarGuyHere.com. Oscar Guy Here podcast on Spotify and Amazon Music. Check me out. And that's all. That's all I'm asking. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around. I'll see y'all next time. I'll catch y'all on the flip. And Oscar Guy is